When a narcissist fails to use you, they'll try to destroy you instead. Narcissists are dangerous not just because of what they do, but because of what they can't stand to see: your joy, your peace, your potential. Their hearts simmer with envy and dissatisfaction, and their bitterness seeps into every relationship they touch. Behind their criticisms lies a storm of failed ambitions and crushed dreams, ones they never had the courage to chase. At first, they'll pretend to be supportive, even interested in your goals. But the moment they realize you're serious about building the life you deserve, they'll do everything in their power to sabotage it. Don't expect genuine encouragement from them. It doesn't exist. If they see a chance to tear you down, they'll take it. And while they'll make your mistakes the talk of the town, your victories will be repackaged as their own. They talk a convincing talk. Big promises, emotional speeches, declarations of love or support. But their actions are always miles away from their words. The reality behind their sweet talk is control, jealousy, and possessiveness. As their mask begins to slip, they'll slowly pull you away from your support system, painting your friends and family as the enemies, all while feeding your doubts with poison. Sometimes they play a different role: the wounded soul, the misunderstood victim. They'll twist the narrative to make it seem like others have wronged them out of nowhere. But the truth, the backlash they receive, is often the result of their own psychological warfare. That's what we call reactive abuse, where the real victim ends up looking like the aggressor because they finally exploded after being emotionally tormented. And that's exactly what the narcissist wants. Why? Because if they can make you look unstable, they get to stay the innocent one. Before we go further, thank you for staying with this video. If this message resonates, please tap the like button and share it. It might be the lifeline someone else needs. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Now let's get into the heart of it. A narcissist's desire to provoke isn't always loud. Sometimes, it's in the silence. They'll ignore you just enough to make you wonder what you did wrong. Other times, they push boundaries deliberately, saying something cruel, disrespecting a known trigger, mocking your insecurities. They can be petty, even aggressive. One day, they'll triangulate you, bringing up someone else to make you jealous, and the next, they'll mock your dreams just to make you feel small. They don't care how you react, just that you do. Anger, fear, tears, rage, it all fuels them. It confirms they still have power over your emotional state. And here's what's even more twisted: they know what they are doing. They measure their actions carefully to stay just below the line of obvious abuse. It's calculated chaos. They engineer confusion, push you to the edge, and then stand back as you break, only to accuse you of being dramatic or unstable. In private, they can become cruel in ways that are shockingly precise, verbally, emotionally, and sometimes physically. They create an emotional climate of constant conflict, walking into a room like a storm cloud, darkening the atmosphere with just a few words. They want you to explode, to curse them, to match their chaos with your own. Because then, in their mind, you become just as bad as they are. That's the trap. It doesn't matter which tactic they use. What they want is always the same: control. And your pain is the price they are willing to pay for it. Narcissists may appear completely unhinged at times, but don't be fooled. There is method in their madness. Every wild act, every outrageous provocation is calculated. They know exactly what they are doing. Their goal isn't just to upset you. It's to awaken the darkest parts of you, to pull you into chaos. They feed off the energy you release when you're hurt, angry, or broken. It gives life to the cruelty already growing inside them. And in that moment, when they've finally pushed you to the brink, you'll often catch it: a smack, a glimmer of satisfaction. That's their high. That's the reward. Because they know they've succeeded in triggering you, and now they get to say you're the problem. They don't just provoke, they poison. Narcissists are disturbingly skilled at sniffing out your wounds and using them to manipulate you. They'll minimize their own wrongdoings while putting a magnifying glass on yours. And if you're not yet aware of their tactics, you'll fall right into their trap. You'll start apologizing for things they did. You'll begin to question your own reactions and feel guilt when none should exist. And as you spiral, they'll slip on the victim mask so effortlessly, while you carry the blame. What's worse, once they get you to crack, once you explode, they'll never let you forget it. Even if it never happens again, that single outburst becomes your identity in their narrative. They'll spin that moment into a weapon, using it to destroy your reputation and rewrite the truth. When you react to a narcissist, even in anger, you show them that you still care. And whether your emotion is love, frustration, or rage, it's all useful to them. Because with narcissists, every moment is a test. Every emotion is currency. Every outburst is a chance for them to play innocent and cast you as the villain. That's their masterstroke, turning your pain into their proof. Suddenly they're the one who needs comfort. They're the one who's been wounded, while you're left gasping for air, wondering how you got painted as the monster. That's why protecting your energy is not just an act of self-care, it's survival. If you don't take back control of your emotional world, they will colonize it. Narcissists never tire of a game. They will lie, cheat, manipulate, triangulate, smear your name, and bait you endlessly. And if you give in, if you explode, attack, or even defend too passionately, you hand them the script they've been waiting for. You gain nothing by reacting. Only the narcissist profits from your pain. So take back your power, not through confrontation, but through silence, through boundaries, through walking away. Your peace is the one thing they can't touch unless you invite them in. That wraps up today's message. If any of this resonates, we'd love to hear your story in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss another upload. Thank you for being here.